Hey guys, it's Noe. So I figured I would do a video to show you part of, probably not all, but part of my commute that I make from Seattle to home. So I think I shared in yesterday's video that it took us like 2.5 hours to get home yesterday from Seattle. So the bus actually has been taking a lot longer too. It just seems like traffic has been getting heavier and everything. So I think I'm gonna start taking the train more, which means I have to walk from my office to the UW light rail, the link, and then I take that to downtown, to King Street, and then I get on the Sounder. So it's I guess a more involved process, but the train at least does not have to go through traffic and stuff. So then with the train, I have a couple of options. I can either, let's see, it's green, but with the train I can either catch it at the Tacoma Dome station, or I can drive to the South Tacoma station and get that either way. So but yeah, it is a gorgeous day. It's actually cloudless, it looks like. So I'll flip it around so you guys can see. So yeah, so sorry, the connection's gonna get bad. But yeah, so there's some seagulls up there. Had a pretty good day. Thursdays are really, I just have a ton of meetings really. But other than that, it's decent. My summers are pretty, I don't know about relaxed, I guess kind of relaxed, but it's just a lot of time for planning and everything to get ready for the next school year. So yeah, so this is all on campus. Right here is an art museum, the art gallery, Henry Art Gallery. And yeah, so hopefully the train won't be too bad. Sometimes I have gotten the train and it has been standing room only, which is crazy. I've also been on the bus when it's been standing room only, and it's like, it's a long drive to have to stand. Fortunately, I have not been on the receiving end of that standing room only, so. All right, I'm gonna cross here. This is like the only intersection where you can cross like diagonally. What kind of work do I do? Hey Sandra, so I work at the University of Washington. I work in residential life. So I work with college students. I oversee our living learning communities. I oversee like educational programming and our academic initiatives. Hey, from Louisiana, I've been thinking about coming to UW to get my PhD. You and your husband are a blessing. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, lots of national programs. So great school. And Seattle's great. So over here is Meany Hall. So like performing arts and stuff. It is today. So yes, probably tonight when I get home we'll have to take care of some yard work. We're starting to get a bit of a jungle going in the yard. So oh, and I'll take you guys past the fountain as well. So this is one of the newest buildings that was just completed on campus for like nanoscience and molecular science. So that's about all I can tell you about that one. It's very rewarding, making a difference in young people's life. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have a team of students that I get to work with directly for the whole year. So I really get to work with them and get to know them, and then shape some of the opportunities that we are able to offer. So it's fun. I can honestly say, like, I feel very fortunate and lucky that I get to have fun in my job. Sorry for my heavy breathing too. I have a cousin in Tacoma and have an aunt in Puyallup. Is the commute back and forth too bad? It's definitely a commute. It depends on like what you're used to and where you're coming from. Like yesterday it took us 2.5 hours to get home from Seattle to Tacoma. Normally on the bus it takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Hey Nicole, how's it going? So these are some other buildings. This way is Red Square on the campus, which is a pretty popular place. Hey Diva. Oh yeah, you saw my cartwheels last night. Oh goodness. So yeah, so heading down to Renier Vista now. Look at that fountain. Oh gosh, guys, you can see the mountain too. So this is the view, like the quintessential Seattle UW view, because you have the fountain and then the mountain in the back, and the mountain is Mount Renier. So wow, I gotta say, it's like every time I get to see this, the mountain anyway, it's really breathtaking. Like, I love it. So cool. And this is, the fountain is called Drumheller Fountain. And the funny thing is like back in the early 1900s, they used to do log roll races. Yeah, it is a really nice area. So they used to have like giant logs, and I don't know if it was like the freshmen or seniors or what, but they would have like log roll races in there. Which is crazy. And it's now like an unspoken thing for like before you graduate to jump in the fountain. So but yeah, so it's Tacoma by the ocean. We're on the Sound. Looks like the Mardi Gras fountain back home in New Orleans. Oh yeah. So Drumheller Fountain, and then all around here are the President's Rose Gardens. So the rose bushes and stuff are awesome. I gotta say, it's a beautiful time to be on campus, and to be in Seattle in general. So yeah, Tacoma is on the Puget Sound. We're on the south, I guess they consider us the South Sound. And I don't see it right now, I don't see them right now, but you can see the little ducks here. So this is a duck ramp system for the ducks to get in, and so the baby ducks can get in and out. So you can see the sign, keep your distance. Ducks are already terrified of huskies, but when you crowd the ramp, it makes ducks afraid to use it. Ducks can carry salmonella. Ducks may love to gobble up your human food, but it can make the fountain pretty dirty and it attracts rats. So basically, don't feed them. So, yay! Oh, and then look at all these roses over here. Like, these are just awesome. So yes, so to get to the actual like West Coast, we went there one time. I think it was our first summer. I think we're gonna try to go out there again, but we went to Ocean Shores, which is like on the actual coast. Let's see what it looks like in the morning. It's Tacoma. Oh yeah. So we went out there. We might go out there again this summer, but that was the first time we'd actually been on the west Coast of Washington. So yeah, that was cool. And then this whole green area, it was really cool because we sponsored a 5K run that all of our students worked together to do this past spring, and we had giant inflatables on the lawn here. So We had like a 30-foot inflatable slide, and then we had a 3-lane obstacle course, all on the grass here. So it was cool. So yes, this is still the walk to get to the station. How is the job market in Tacoma? I don't exactly know. I can tell you in terms of my own, kind of what in my market, which is education, social services kind of thing. I have actually been looking at trying to transfer down to UW-T. And at any given time, there's maybe 10 to 15 jobs open on that campus. Granted, it's a much smaller campus and it's growing. But for my own personal market, it's a little bit scarce. Now there is a lot more in like social services, social work kind of stuff. But I know that State Farm is big down there. I think there's a couple other companies that are big down there. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. You're in another part of the world to me. Yeah. But I don't know, like Seattle is definitely like where the tech scene is. South of Seattle, there's a lot of like if you're in logistics, like distribution centers and stuff, there's a ton of that in like South Seattle, north of Tacoma. So yeah, I don't know if that helps. One of my probably, I guess, preferred job sites is looking at Indeed. So if you don't know about Indeed.com, I would use that for your job searches. I like that because you can refine the searches for like salary range and all of that, and you can upload your stuff and apply directly. So I do like Indeed when I'm job searching. But yeah, and then over this way is the UW Medical Center, which is where little Miss Zeta was born over there. Are there any other aerospace companies outside of Boeing like their suppliers? Oh, you know, honestly, I have no idea. Herschel might be able to answer to some of those things, but that's not a world that I work in, so I'm not really familiar with that. But one of our subscribers, I think it's Keith Rigg, has mentioned that Boeing is also down in Tacoma, that they do stuff down in Tacoma as well. So yeah, you always use Indeed. Indeed is awesome. That's actually how I found the job that I have now. So yeah. And then over here is Husky Stadium. So this is where the Husky football team plays. And then the building back over there is Alaska Airlines Heck Ed. So that's the arena where the basketball team plays, and I guess like volleyball and stuff too. So just showing you around. That's all the medical center and stuff, like I said. So beyond this is Lake Washington. But you just can't see it from here. So I will take you, I don't know how much I'm gonna talk on like public transportation, but I will take you down with me to the light rail. Again, I don't know if I'll lose my signal or not, so if I do, my apologies. But this is all leading up to walking down to the light rail. Yeah, so it's about I think it's a little over a half mile, or maybe it's close to a mile. Is rent high in Tacoma versus Seattle? Is a question. And hello there. Curious, in your field, either around Tacoma or Seattle, do you see many openings in the anthropology departments, or perhaps see much activity in volleyball officiating? I can't say that I have necessarily come across that. I do know that there are a lot of colleges and universities around Seattle and Tacoma. So I would encourage you to check out the specific websites of those schools. Like there's the whole Seattle Community College system. So there's all of those. Yeah. Sorry, I'm out of breath, I guess. So there's the Seattle Community College system. Then there's UW, there's Seattle U, which is private. There's SPU, Seattle Pacific University, which is also private. There's Highline College in Kent. Evergreen State College is in Olympia. There's Tacoma Community College, there's UW-T. There's just, there's a ton. So, we're gonna tap in here. So this is what you do, tap your Orca card, but I have a Husky card, which my transportation pass is connected to. So that's how you tap in to pay for your transportation. So I really must be out of breath. I'm sorry, guys. So in terms of volleyball officiating, I'm not sure about that. You could, a lot of times they have like temp pools and stuff that you can apply for. So I would check into that. Beautiful scenery. Okay, I gotta be careful because the escalator's not working. Which always reminds me of Mitch Hedberg. He had his joke about escalators. Excuse me for the convenience, the escalator is now stairs. Let's see. Much appreciated, yes, lovely scenery and such conscientious streets, yeah. I love how you guys seem to be one with nature. It can really be therapeutic. Thanks for the outdoor tours. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so this is the inside of the terminal. We have to go down like 3 flights to get down into the actual station. So, oh, okay, this one's working. Cool. So there's like a really cool wall mural there. And that is supposed to represent like the different layers of the earth as you dive down. So yes. Okay, I'm just gonna walk. It goes a little slow. All right, so there's 2 levels from street level and 1 more. All right, so here's the platform. So there's 2 trains. You can see that down there is the end, and then this is how you get towards the south. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on here. Sandra, sometimes I take the bus, but like I was saying earlier, the bus has to go through regular traffic. So I'll turn around. Bus has to go through regular traffic, so that has been proving not the most convenient. And then, so I can take this way, take the light rail and then get on the train. And the train doesn't have to fight with traffic. And I do not know if they have earthquake sensors. I'm assuming so. This was just built and opened last March. So I would hope so. So I think there's like 3 minutes until it departs. So from here we'll go to Capitol Hill and then to Westlake, and then University Street Station, Pioneer Square, and then the International District, and that's where I get off to catch the train. When you get home you're knocked out, yes. I always end up falling asleep on the couch early, it seems like. So we'll see. Getting to work seems to be an adventure, yes. I do like that I have options though. Such interesting times to be living in when one can broadcast to the world their activities seamlessly. Yeah. Oh, we're getting ready to go. So yeah, this is what my commute looks like from Seattle to home. First time saying hi. Hi, Speed Donut. Welcome. I'm just sharing with you my afternoon commute. So right now the system goes all the way down to Angle Lake, which is in SeaTac, so just beyond the airport.
Do not hold the doors.
All right, we're about to go. Yeah, it is kind of fun to be able to like commute by train. I will say that. So yeah, Capitol Hill Station is the next one. I'll turn it around out here, but there's not a whole lot to see there. Thanks, Nicole. We still appreciate your support. It's fun to do these. Yeah, so basically we're inside of the tunnel. One of the cool things I will say is that this tunnel goes underwater. So we actually go under Lake Washington, which is an old glacial lake. The light rail and sounder and such, I'm a bit confused on those still. So light rail is expanding more while sounder and the smaller line covers most of Tacoma and Seattle. So sounder is the heavy rail, and that goes from Lakewood to Seattle, and then, so Lakewood is south of Tacoma, and then it goes from Seattle to Everett, which is north of Seattle. So you can't, if you want to go from Lakewood to Everett, you would have to switch in Seattle at King Street Station. So it's not a continuous thing. So that's the heavy rail, which is the sounder, so like the commuter line. Then the light rail, there's the light rail in Seattle, and that goes from, so it's the Link light rail, and that goes from Angle Lake, which is just beyond the airport, all the way up to UW. Now, it's in the works to expand beyond UW and to go all the way up to Northgate Mall and beyond. But right now, the furthest stop is UW. Chance will welcome you to the area. And then also Tacoma has the Tacoma Link, which is a small streetcar system. Seattle also has a streetcar system, which is the South Lake Union train. Say what again, Nicole? The name of, so the heavy rail, the commuter train, which is what I'll get to get down to Tacoma, which is the sounder. And then what I'm on right now is the light rail Link. Oh, UW. Sorry, University of Washington. We say UW, so. Nice. that was the one I used with staying on McCord in February. It cost $5 per day, unlimited, if memory serves. Yeah, that you would have used the Sounder probably if you were down in McCord. So this is Capitol Hill Station that we are approaching. We do have the Orca card, which it's $5 to purchase the card, and then you can put money on that like a debit. And I don't know how much like daily passes and stuff are, but you can do that. And that will also, the Orca card works for all modes of transportation, so that's nice.
Next stop, Westlake Station.
So the next stop is Westlake, and Westlake is like where like all the shopping and stuff is downtown. You're very strong to commute like you do and give your family quality time. Women rule. Yes, women rule, Sandra. I appreciate that. You know, that's what I was talking to Herschel about earlier. Is, you know, I had a conversation with Zoe yesterday, and she got, you know, she kind of broke down and made me break down because she was talking about how she wants to play with me more and get more time with me, and it's really hard because what I've been grappling with is like, how does everything at home get taken care of? How do I take care of myself? How am I a mother to all three girls? How am I a wife to Herschel and all of that? And it's tough. Oh, you have a Westlake Station in Atlanta. Cool. Can't wait until you guys start your own reality show. I was watching the YouTubers get together in California. You guys offer very constructive, positive stuff. Keep up the good work. That would be great to have our own reality show. But we haven't had any producers come knocking yet. So, O&L fam, hey, I was talking about you guys yesterday. I look better in person, thanks. It's called the MARTA. What does that stand for? Metro Atlantic Rail and Transportation Association? Yeah, I totally just pulled that out. Aw, hashtag America's favorite family. Thanks, guys. What's up with the Seattle freeze? You know, I don't know. I think, oh, it's their rail transit system. I don't know. I will say that I feel like I finally have a friend in Tacoma, and I lived in Seattle, and I mean I have like friends that I met from work, but like our neighbor that we live next to is awesome, and I guess I had a couple of friends in our building. Sorry, I don't know, the connection is pretty bad right now. The one guy in the blue, he's YouTube famous now. My family's not moving until December, but your videos make me want to move earlier. Yeah, I gotta say, Shanna, that summer in Seattle is what we live for. It's pretty much the best. Sorry, and I think so Seattle freeze, I think people maybe are just too busy. I really don't know, but people down in Tacoma just seem much friendlier and much more willing to engage in conversation with you. I actually had a guy when I first moved here. I pulled into the parking lot at a grocery store, and I actually had a guy honk at me and tell me that I parked the wrong way and that I wasn't supposed to go that way. So it's like, come on, really? Are you gonna be that kind of person? So I don't know, there's like putting on airs and keeping up an image here that you don't find in Tacoma, I guess. I don't know. Northeast, southwest, and northeast bound. Nice. So there's a cool mural over there. So this is Westlake Station.
Next stop, University Street Station.
Seems like things are mostly spontaneous for you guys right now. I'd love for you guys to do a tour of the underground city in Seattle. Yeah, we haven't done a whole lot of touristy things yet. It was funny when we moved here. I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta go do this and we gotta do that and we gotta do this, and like I wanted to do all the touristy things. And Herschel was like, we live here now, like we don't have to do it all in one weekend, like we're tourists. And so we've done some things, other things we haven't, and also like we've done some things but we weren't YouTubing then, so we don't necessarily have video and stuff. Like we've done the boat tour around the Sound and stuff, which was cool. We have not been up in the Space Needle yet. We've been to the zoo, which I think we have done videos from the zoo. Yeah, there is an underground Seattle because the original parts of the city, Seattle is built on top of that. There was fires and all that kind of thing. So one of these times we'll go on the underground tour. So sometimes, because the tunnels are also used by the buses, sometimes we end up getting like in traffic jams. So like right now we're just sitting still. Aw, thank you so much. I don't know how to kabukwar. Oh my goodness, guys. Doing live streams like drains my battery like none other. I'm gonna have to carry the battery pack with me. But I have been streaming for like 32 minutes. But I was at like 78% and now I'm at 36%. I at least want to get you guys to the point where I get on the sounder so you can see that too. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll hold out. And if not, I'll just have to live stream next time. Oh, thanks. Try to just sound it out. Yeah, I need to just carry a battery pack because these smartphones do not smartly use their batteries, I'll tell you that. I got Herschel one. Miami has nothing on Seattle. Yeah, but Miami has the beaches, like the warm beaches. So this is University Street Station. This station I have taken to like get to the IRS office downtown and to get to like some of the government buildings and stuff. So this is like where some of the city buildings and stuff are right above us. So yeah, like this has rail and also it's road for buses. So it can be both. All right, so the next stop is going to be Pioneer Square and then the International
Make room
District.
for other riders. Next stop, Pioneer Square Station.
So Chance, are you from Miami?
Now,
Oh, you hate it.
Pioneer Square Station. Doors to my right.
I have been to Miami like once, and then I've been to the airport. The airport I was not a fan of. I also am not a fan of the airport in Dallas, Fort Worth. It's like forever huge. So this is Pioneer Square Station. Pioneer Square is like the historic part of the city. This is actually where the underground tour happens. Ceiling and stuff. All right, next stop is gonna be my stop. So it looks like I'll be getting there just in time to catch the 5:12 train. So I'll get home probably about 6:20 or so.
International District, Chinatown
6:30.
Station.
International District and Chinatown is the next stop. Okay, keep your fingers crossed that you guys get to see the sounder. I'm at 30%. So we just gotta get there, get off, walk to the train, and then I can end this.
Now entering International District, Chinatown Station. Doors to my right.
Okay, now to try to get through the people. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be stopped. Yeah. The feed goes down and I come back to find the whole train packed. You weren't playing, yes. Oh yeah, you guys saw it when I got on, right? So now it's like this. Okay, so now we are at the ID station. Okay. Well, then I gotta tap out. Okay. All right. And then make my way. So, just gotta go up to street level. Over there is Chinatown, but I gotta go this way. And that building right over there is where Uwajimaya is, so the Asian grocery store. Funny, there's a Pete's Coffee, there's a Starbucks, and there's a Tully's. All coffee shops. All right in a row. All right. So this is the trek to get to the train station now. And right over there is CenturyLink Field, which is where the Sounders play, and the Seahawks, and then Safeco, where the Mariners play, is down there too. There's a Smith Tower right there, and then Union Station. Construction. I think they say there's more cranes here in Seattle than there is in any other place. Yes, there's no rain. Blue skies for days, guys. This is what summer is all about. This is what we live for here. So There's the stadiums, and the M's, the Mariners, are actually kind of on a winning streak right now. So there's downtown. Alright, so now getting into the train station. Oh, and it doesn't look like the train is here yet. And yeah, guess what? Tapping in again. Alright. So this is where Amtrak comes, as well as the Sounder. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, so there's the Amtrak there. And looks like we're waiting on the train now. See it right here. There it is. We're gonna make it, guys. I'm at 21%. So once I get on here, then I can sign off with y'all. But just so you know, right now we're at 42 minutes, and I pretty much started once I left my office. So, and I'm not even on the train yet, which is about another hour. I thought about taking the train out there from Metro Detroit. Oh, holy Moses. That'd be a long train ride. But yeah, the Amtrak comes out here. Amtrak goes down to Tacoma as well. All right, so I don't know. It's like high 60s, low 70s. Probably low 70s. You need nice things like that in Michigan. Yeah. But you guys have like don't you have like the elevated train or something? Glad you guys like the tour. It's made my commute more fun. And there's 3 levels of seating on the train too. So there's one. There's the bathroom. Here's the 2nd level. And here's the 3rd level. And I'm gonna go here. That weather sounds divine, not even just my comparison. People Mover only goes through a couple of buildings. Yes, and thank you for sharing your journey. Ah, okay. All right, so like the seats are, you get like 4 together, and then you have little overhead spaces and stuff. So yeah, I am on the train. It looks like the train is gonna depart. Well, you can see the sign behind me. It's 5:01 now. The train departs at 5:12. I'm at 19% now. So now that I'm safe and sound on the train, I think I'm gonna save my battery so I have at least 15% for the ride home. I always like to keep a little juice in case something happens. But thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on my afternoon commute. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.